happens. Okay, I believe we are live, Shad. Give me just a second. Good day, ladies and gents. So this is the Ecclesiarch here, back with some more Horus Heresy Legions card creation tournaments. And you can gaze at my very stylish Horus Heresy Legions cup right here. And I'm back again with none other than Shad. So Shad, how is it going?
Hello. Yes, good, thank you. You can't stare at my cup. I don't have one. I drink straight out of the can like an animal.
Well, I'd say that is pretty cool in its own way. So, I definitely hope I didn't miss any cards. But anywho, hello Tsier, hello XD. Nice to see you guys. So, without further ado, let's just drop right into the action. So, this tournament was about reflection, and we're excited to see what you guys actually managed to cook up. I didn't cook up anything because I was a lazy fuck this week, but Shad has a card, so we're going to start off with Shad's card. So, Shad, I'll go first in that case, all right?
Yeah. Wow. I'll be honest, I didn't cook this one either. This is something I dug up out of my archives. But, yeah, no. Electro Consort, it's been a while since I made this. So yeah, it's trying to get for like soft Mechanicum synergy. The flavor behind it, of course, you can see there's an Electro Priest there, so it's a normally close combat unit, giving Unstoppable to represent it just suddenly gaining lightning hands. You know, it's you can't really block lightning. It's a ranged attack now. Suddenly a melee unit has been throwing lightning. It's a buff, and you can play it anywhere, theoretically, but you would want it with Mechanicum stuff. Combos with Vorax quite nicely.
Shad, what the heck's that grammar?
What did I do?
Give friendly units +1. It should be okay, I'm gonna be Shad now. It should be +1/+0 attack and
it's old.
And yeah, it should not be until end of turn, and it should be end of this turn. Or
well, just be this turn.
Or until the end of this turn,
well,
right?
See, this is the thing. This is back when I was using Magic the Gathering wording, and I still argue it's correct because basically Horus Heresy's wording is shit. But I understand it doesn't look like a regular Horus Heresy card. But I will defend myself here because it works perfectly fine.
Fair enough. Igor is asking, teacher, have you ever watched Red Berserk? I have read it. I have watched it. And I got a ton of merchandise from it. I'm a huge weeb when it comes to Berserk. Okay, so let's continue then, Shad.
Always exist in my heart. Also, I only play Legacy mode now because, like, I don't believe in rotating cards. Rotating cards is cheating.
Fair enough.
Balance your fucking game, EG, and you wouldn't have to rotate them.
Yeah, I hate the idea of rotating, so I hope that never happens again. Like, at least not in the you-know-what.
Okay. Release, you've got like 4 or 5 years till I even think about it, so...
Absolutely. Okay, so... the card number 1, Shad, and it's supposed to be yours, so please.
All right. Let's see then. Victim of Night, a 1-energy Night Lords tactic. I always get the Night Lords. It's a rare, great art. Reflection, of course, and give -1 attack to an enemy troop this turn. After that, if it has 0 attack, deal 3 damage to it. I like this. This is very inventive because it's got so much utility and like flexibility with what you do with it. You can keep spamming it on a unit to do more damage to it. You can just lower it just enough so that you can kill it with a Terror Troop and so on and so forth. I'm trying to think about balance is the only thing because mechanically I love it. I'm just wondering whether it's acceptable at 1 energy, and I think it probably is, but it's worth considering, isn't it? So. Realistically, there's not going to be a whole lot of 1-attack troops. You're going to have to spend at least 2 or 3 to get 3 damage in, typically. You know what? I think that's... I don't know. Oh, that's tricky. What do you think, Tzeentch? Is that balanced at 1, or should it be 2?
I think it's kind of balanced at 1, and I'll tell you why. Like, it could be good in the early game. So let's speak about this, like, in terms of... hypothetical situations, right? Yes, it is Ozzy. So, for example, let's assume somebody drops a 2-drop, which typically has 2 attack, 3 health. So you have to use it twice to remove it. And it's like, essentially you use this twice, just 2 energy, and 2 energy, 3 damage. 2 energy, 3 damage, it's like Furious Shooting from Sons of Horus. The only thing is that this, of course, can be cast many more times. But if you think about it, the more times you have to cast this, the less value you have, because realistically, most things that have higher attack than 3 are higher cost, which means that they have higher health. So 3 damage might not even be enough to kill them. So yeah, I think it's all right.
I think I agree. Yeah, it can't really be abused too much either, because it's only this turn. It won't persist, so you can't use it to stall. It only lets you combo it that turn. So yeah, 1 energy. Yeah, I like it. Good card.
Absolutely. Very well. So next, what the heck? HHL fans, wait for an HHL video. Reflection, skip your turn, download Warforge on your thing. Oh my god.
I keep saying this, Tzeentch, we've got to do some legacy videos together. Like, I have so many decks. The only faction that sucks and you can't make a deck for is Salamanders. Every other one has an awesome legacy deck at this point.
I can imagine, yeah. Oh my god, this is peak. Okay, alright, let's continue. Demonic Ritual. 1 energy, reflection. This card always costs 1. It says cost, it should be costs. Create a summoning rift with a lesser demon inside, or advance it by 1. If 1 already exists, put it in play in 2 friendly turns. Ooh. Okay, as I understand, what this says is that you create a summoning rift, basically what the Erebus does, right? And you can use this to advance it by 1 step. And if 1 already exists, I guess this means like...
Yeah, I don't understand the point of that final clause is the only thing, because summoning rifts already work as they do. You just, if you stop maintaining them, then they become a thing eventually, don't they?
I don't get the if 1 is already in play part.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't need to exist. I'm confused.
I think it's good without that, though. Without that, it's pretty interesting. The only bad thing is that mostly it's gonna be an Erebus card. I guess he's gonna abuse it quite a bit. But technically speaking, somebody else could also use it.
What does advancing those? It's been so long since I played Erebus. It gets +2/+2 and a Demon Host trait, right?
Yeah, it starts to get stats at first, then it starts to get Demon Host after I think like a couple of charges.
The fucking Word Bearer sucks so much. I can't remember the last time I played a Word Bearer Warlord. Hang on. Go on, chat. Help us out here. How the fuck do these things work?
Yeah, that's a little confusing. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I like the idea, though. Maybe if the Lesser Demon already exists. Oh, okay. So if you already have a demon on the board, you cannot summon a new one.
Why not, though?
Maybe because you don't...
Why does that need to be a thing? No, maybe... I don't like this. It's messy.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I also think there's... I mean, I like the idea behind it, but I think it needs to be executed a little bit well.
I was right, wasn't it, Grey Dog? It's a 3/3, and then it gets +2/+2 and a Demon Host keyword each time you advance it.
Yep, that's it. Hello, Transcend. Welcome. Okay, let's move on. I think mainly the problem we have here is the little bit of a mess up in wording and stuff. Okay, here's a Summoning Rift. Cannot be interacted with. Become a lesser demon when the timer reaches 0.
You didn't specify a timer, though, so we've got to assume that it works like Erebus's Rift. So that's my point. You've not given enough context for how this is actually supposed to work if it doesn't work the way we think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Me then. Sigma Protocols. Very based. Get a Fonk track on. 2 energy. Alpha Legion tactic. Reflection, of course. To all troops in the enemy deck, for a randomly chosen cost, swap each card's appearance until that troop is played. Okay, that wording is ass, but I like the idea. However,
here, give me a second.
There is no reason for this to have reflection. Well, I suppose technically there is, because you might hit the same thing. You can hit different costs, but like that's such a minor, mild effect that I don't really think it needs to be too... Oh, he's actually getting a funk track based. Yeah. I don't think this needs to be reflection. I don't think it needs to be 2 energy. I think you could just... This could be a 1 energy card that just does it to all enemy troops. And that would be some good, fun, sort of distraction. Because a person who knows what their deck is and can narrow it down pretty well, they can figure out what the cards actually are. they retain the same cost, so that's quite nice. I like that. Allows people to actually play well, while still giving a bit of Alpha Legion flavour and misdirection. So yeah, cool card, but doesn't need reflection, so doesn't really fit. We lost Ecclesiarch.
Oh no, you didn't. I think it's fun. It's like a troll, basically.
Well, maybe this is supposed to be the meme entry because it does have a ginger cat on there, so yeah, and a nice bow tie.
Yeah, possibly.
No, it could have been a good cut. It's got potential, that does.
Okay, alright, so let's move on. I also think that it's a little bit of a troll. Because, I mean, it's fun. I would just play it to fuck with people. Okay, enough with the funk music, because, you know, let's now move on. Okay, so the next one is Screamers of Tzeentch. This one's actually pretty interesting. 2 energy 2/2 with a reflection. So this is a troop with a reflection. Maintenance 2, flank, sneak attack, and relentless destroy this troop. I think that is actually pretty cool. Because look at how much drawback it has, right? So technically speaking, it can help you clear a board like very, very easily. Like you drop it and 10 energy, it's like 5 of these guys, which is like 10 damage. However, the drawback might be a little bit too much. Because I think relentless to destroy it is already enough. But maintenance 2 on top, I think it's a little too much. Because look at what's going to happen. You start your turn, you're going to have maintenance. If you play maximum amount of Screamers, you're going to have maintenance 10.
Yeah, wipes your turn up.
And you'll also lose all of them.
Fun, yeah, that would probably be fair. This would be a lot of fun with what's his name, Astalan though. Although it wouldn't trigger Pride of Caliban, so you wouldn't be able to machine gun too easily. You have to like put some work into it to actually get the full leverage of it. But it's a cool card. Yeah, down to maintenance 1, so it's a bit weak, but cool card. Would be very good in neutral as well, like Lord of the Flies and other warlords that can ignore maintenance.
Or as Ozzy said, Book of Lorgar.
Yeah, but the problem with Book of Lorgar is it's in a faction that isn't good.
That's sad.
It's also not good anymore either because it just makes like it's crap now. And it's 4 energy for a random demon. Yeah, no maintenance is nice, but it's not good enough. Fucking word bearers. Ugh, what a shit legion.
Okay, you're up next.
Let's see then. The Maraviglia. Demonic Music of Slaanesh, a 2-energy legendary chaos tactic, with reflection, of course. A random friendly troop takes 1 damage. If it survives, it gains Mark of Chaos. If it dies, spawn a random lesser demon and increase this card's cost by 1. Interesting. See, the only problem I have with this is it's random, and that seems like it's very hard to leverage, but you can do a lot of interesting things with it. A lot of weirdly, it would have a lot of synergy with the World Eaters, which seems a little counterintuitive, but it is cool. Slight weirdness as well. You can hit demons with this, and it can give them a Mark of Chaos in theory. I don't know how the game's code would react to that, whether it would just give them the mark, even though it shouldn't, or if it would do the damage and then the mark would fail to spawn. But yeah, no, I
guess it should be non-demon troop.
Probably, yeah. Which would allow you to sort of funnel the damage easier, which would let you keep it random. I would say actually just get rid of the random, but it's cool. It's very cool. If anything, yeah. Yeah, it is very cool.
Actually, I also think it's very cool, and it's also very flavorful because if you remember, that's basically what it was like. People were listening to that shit and the Astartes, and they started going mad, and lesser demons were summoned. So yeah,
it feels like a very cool idea, but it feels like it needs another turn in the oven. It's had a couple of those already because reflection's such a weird mechanic, so it is expected. It's just, you can make a big board of lesser demons, but it just needs a lot of setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's got some mechanical issues, but cool idea. A second draft would probably be an awesome card.
I think so too.
Cool. All right, now Creamers of Tzeentch.
Reflection, maintenance, can attack, relentless, put in play the bull, of course. And look at that, the bull, Sor Harax, Bloodthirst, really fuck the opponent's significant
Who
other.
made that? I want to know whether that's like an actual icon that they coded into the game, or if they just photoshopped it in.
I think they photoshopped it. I have no idea. Not this shit again, man.
Oh man, he's back.
The bull is back. I don't think I'll ever be able to get rid of the bull from my channel.
Rally, fuck the opponent's significant other.
And everything is 69 and there's 99999.
Honestly, I think the part that makes it the funniest is the fact that he's a dreadnought. He just doesn't have a dick anymore. It's even better.
Don't worry, he's gonna use his what's it called? The Leviathan, the melted drill or something. What's it called again? Not melted drill, but some kind of drill.
The siege drill.
Siege drill, yeah. Siege drill. He's gonna use a siege drill. He's not a Leviathan, you're saying? Well, he's the bull, so he can. Yeah. He's the bull, so he can have it.
What is with the memes?
Because it. Oh my. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I got some explaining to do on this one. Okay, can you go ahead and read that chat first?
Sure thing. Tampered authorization codes. 3 energy, legendary Alpha Legion tactic. Draw a card. If it's a troop with more than 6 cost, put it in play and stun it. At the end of your turn, add a Tampered authorization codes into your hand. Reflection. Okay, obviously that's supposed to be tampered, but spelled wrong, but no big deal.
If there's like grammar mistakes, that's my fault, so, you know.
Yeah, you put it together really quickly at the beginning of the stream, didn't you? I feel like the stream's gonna get shut down just for fucking showing that image. Holy shit.
Okay, let me explain what happened here. There's an actual art for this card, but I mistakenly put this, and I just had to.
Oh, right, I see. It's an accident, is it?
But what about the card itself, though?
Kind of hard to leverage, but you would build an interesting deck around it. It allows you to do a lot of energy cheat if you build your deck correctly, but it would be hard to sort of consistently get it. It's a bit high variance. That's the only problem I have with it, but it is cool.
I think this is actually a genuinely. If you forget the joke that I put in there, I think Ozzy put out a very interesting idea with this one, because technically speaking, it's pushing you to play a different type of Alpha Legion, which mostly we don't see. In Legacy, I remember people used to have some crazy stuff like the Glaive Tank and things, and that could be very interesting. And it's also pretty cool because it stuns it, so you're not instantly going to be able to play it, and plus it's 3, which means that you're technically you're not going to play it more than 3 times. And
it's a strange take on Desperate Defense, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a Desperate Defense, and honestly speaking, I like this one more than the in-game one.
I don't know about that, because you got to remember this thing can whiff completely as well. So ultimately, unless you build your deck entirely full of troops, which isn't going to be a very interesting deck to play, that's going to be inconsistent, shall we say? And that's going to suck, whiffing, pulling your 3 remaining
what the fuck is up with this art, though, man? I just can't. How did I even make this? I have no idea. Oh my god. Yeah, this would be so interesting. This would be very fun. Okay, let's move on. Consul Tuskell. So 4 energy, 3/4. Survivor 1, rally, choose an artifact, should be, and add its copy to your hand. It has reflection and costs 1 more.
Oh, that's interesting.
Whoever created this, please send us the art. I don't give a shit. You guys are not getting hands on that art. I don't even want to know what's going to happen with that, because, oh my god, it's just... Okay, so...
Oh man, this is cool.
This is very cool. This is very cool.
I don't know if it needed the cost increase is the only thing, but it is, man, I like that. Problem is, artifact synergy kind of sucks anyway, so I don't really think it needed the nerf. But yeah, I mean, it's reasonably well statted for what it does. Rally always gives you a useful card, like a competitively costed synergistic artifact.
And if you're playing Kairashan, I think they're gonna cost like normal.
I think it's weak, honestly. On reflection, if it didn't increase the card's cost by 1, I would really think this was perfect. But it's a little on the weak side. But it's very flavorful and good. This fits with the librarian, because the librarian's all about the warpy, weird powers, and that's kind of what reflection's associated with. So apart from the balance being a little off, I think this is
Oh,
great.
look at this. The author actually puts a good point. The nerf is to prevent 10 damage from furnace.
Yeah,
Yeah, perhaps because then you could
you can do
have
that.
some
No?
freshy interactions with that as well. Yeah, so
No, I
I
don't
think it's
see a
all
problem.
right.
Yeah, they have competitively costed.
The attack is 3, guys. The attack is 3.
Yeah, well, burn is already competitively costed at that sort of thing. So I mean, look at all of the burn that's floating around anyway. So the Lupercal Pursuivant is 6 energies, deal 6. Vengeful Spirit was deal 8 for 8, and so on and so forth. That's the going rate. It would be fine, I reckon.
All right, I think a pretty good card. Maybe a little bit on the weak side, as you said, but really good. You get a Night Lord again.
Hey, what if you wanted to make it balanced to avoid that? Maybe just make it a bit heavier and clunkier, but increase the stats a little to compensate. So like a 5 energy 4/5 might maybe, and then remove the reflection upgrade cost, because then you wouldn't be able to spam the 2 cost ones too much the turn you play. You have to wait, and that makes it clunkier. Okay. All right, me next, is it? Let's see. Monsters in Shadows. 2 energy Night Lords again. Reflection. Give stealth to a friendly troop. If it has 4 or less, or 4 health or less, return it to your hand and give it flank. Oh, I mean, there's formatting issues, of course. As friendly shouldn't be capitalized. If should be capitalized. There's no space after less. I don't. I think the wording's a bit weird as well, but like that's that's up to interpretation. As for the balance, though, giving stealth to a friendly troop is, 2 energies, fine rate for it. You can get that a lot cheaper in Night Lords, but obviously the reflection gives you flexibility. And then just straight up bouncing weak stuff back to your hand or damage stuff back to your hand with flank. Pretty cool, yeah. It's a very hit and run style sort of tactic. I do wonder if this might be better suited in
Raven Guard.
Raven Guard, yeah. But this is the thing. Night Lords, this thing. Obviously, everyone hates when you combine flank with a free hit mechanic like Terror or First Strike or whatever. But it's not as bad if you have to work for it. And Monsters in Shadows is working for it. It's a combo. You're allowed to do degenerate stuff with multiple cards comboed together. What people hate is Threat Squad when it has like both of them just built in and it just does the thing and everyone hates it. This is how I would do it. This is how I'd allow Night Lord to have flank if I was going to. So, yeah, I like this. Well done.
I agree as well. I think it's pretty balanced in the sense that it can give strong stuff stealth, but you cannot abuse it with aggro because everything just bounces back. So yeah, I think he hit that sweet spot with balance. A rolling Tempest, white scars. Nice. So reflection, your next vehicle with fast costs 3 less. Streak, your units gain...
Oh, what?
Streak, your units...
Danger, Will Robinson.
Oh my god. And Streak, your units gain +1 this turn. Jesus, this is very overpowered.
Oh no, it's gain +1 this turn instead, so it cancels out the discount.
Oh.
Okay, it's not quite so bad. Okay. Still, holy shit though, because you can play it first for a discount, and then this is a degenerate combo tool. I know.
I mean, it's of course very white scarsy, but the problem with this is that white scars are already yeah, they're already having like a ton of degenerate stuff, especially since they added that mechanic guide that makes vehicles cheaper. Junksai can still roll, yeah. They nerfed it, but I mean, it's still annoying. So
I wish they hadn't nerfed it. I like that card.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, rolling. That's really cool art as well. Look at that pleb 40k bike he's riding. I mean, I know they did have those sort of, but that guy is obviously the bottom bitch of the White Scars Legion if he's having to ride that piece of shit. But yeah, no, that is horrifyingly strong. Cool idea, but lots of negative points for balance. Holy shit.
But yeah, great idea, but be careful. White Scars are not the faction you give something like this to.
No. All right.
Oh, by the way, here's a cool one. You can also notice, as the guys mentioned, that the cost reduction is not for just this turn, it's for the next one.
Oh shit, you're not wrong.
Yep.
Oh, that's even grosser. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Angel's Reinforcements. Shad, this one's yours.
All right, Angels Reinforcements, 4 energy, epic 1/1, Blood Angels Astartes. Is this the first troop we've had that has it? No, there was
Screamers.
Librarian before. Reflection, of course, and Rally for each enemy troop. This gets +1/+1 and heal your commander for 1. So there's a few formatting issues there. It should be for each enemy troop, gain +1/+1 and heal your warlord for 1. Also, Angels Reinforcements is not capitalized, and I don't really think that's the right word you'd use for it. It would probably be say angelic reinforcements or the Angels Reinforcements, something like that. But I like the card. It's like it's a catch-up mechanic in a sort of Ornatov's Barge style, which allows you to play a sort of commanding control game. I quite like that. I don't know if it's good though. How good? Let's see. If your opponent has like 3 or 4-ish troops, which is probably about right, because if you have more, you're probably about to lose. Then you'll get what, a 4/4 for 4 and heal 3, and then you can do it again. That's pretty solid, and it does fit the sort of angelic savior theme of the descending from the heavens and all that the angels have. Only thing I would say is maybe give it drop pod. It's a small thing, but it seems like the kind of flavor that would fit with the reinforcements. But yeah, I do like it. Just wording issues, really.
Yeah, honestly speaking, idea is pretty interesting. As you said, I would say, yeah, pretty cool. Only thing I was thinking maybe a little bit weak, but as you said, yeah, you can just give it maybe drop pod and you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, it is. It'll miss quite a few times. I mean, this is the thing. If there's only 2 troops on board, you're paying 4 energy for 3/3 that heals your warlord for 2. It's not great, but it's not like that far below the going rate. I mean, what was the Mechanicum troop that did the same thing basically? Pi Alpha, 3 energy 2/2 that healed 3. It's not a million miles away from that. So yeah, just give it drop pod. I'd say it's balanced, and I quite like it. Yeah. Why does that have reflection? Grey Dog asks. Yeah, no, you could make the argument there, like why, but I mean, it is reinforcements. So the whole point is it's as many as you want. Really, that's the whole point of reinforcements. Is you suddenly have enough troops. So
What the heck is the chat looking like? What the fuck is up with
they
those
want more
cows?
bull.
Oh my god, not again. First it was the stupid ducks and now you have the bulls. Oh my god. Okay.
You know what? Okay, tell you what. I don't like doing meme tournaments that much, but maybe next tournament it can be like Hashut themed. So like try and bring Hashut and Dark Mechanicum in, because that's bull themed, sort of, isn't it? So I know he doesn't technically exist in 40k, but he could.
Or maybe we actually make it meme tournament.
No, they don't. There's no mechanical emphasis anymore at that point, though. It's just who can do the silliest thing.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, the chat's going fucking nuts.
Okay, we got Zermal's card right here. The consequences. I like that art, even though probably EG would not use it because it's kind of out of the format. I like it. Excuse me, stupid. Oh my god. Okay, I meant silly. So the consequences: the reflection, destroy a friendly troop to take control of a random enemy troop. Ooh. Honestly speaking, that's actually pretty interesting. So you could use it on the Caliban Jaegers.
I think it's too strong.
Yeah, the fact that you can use it twice is a little bit too much.
Yeah, and combo it with like a Warlord spawner. So what's the guy who makes the 2/3s, or Astalan, of course. Make it 5 energy. That would probably be fine.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like the name though. It's implying it's a sort of around find out, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much that's it, because it also makes destroy. I don't know if this is what he meant by this, but technically speaking, maybe what Zermal meant here was that the fact that the lion killed Nimiel kinda caused Luther to be easily able to sway the people at that banquet, right?
Oh, that was so sick though. Yeah, I agree.
As always, I think he got a very good flavor in.
Yes.
Though the whole banquet thing did mess up in the end, because was it Zahariel that went a little cuckoo there? I don't remember, but yeah, Luther basically, when he dropped his speech, one of his key points was that that's how the lion rewards the loyalty, right? So yeah, pretty cool concept. I like it.
I never liked that though, because they character assassinated the lion. It's like the Horus Heresy books do lots of good things, but like Primarch characterization has consistently been incredibly hit or miss, and they did not know what the fuck to do with the lion.
The Dark Angels books are in the Heresy are a bit of a weird trip. Some of them are great, some of them are weird. A lot of people actually, not to go too off the topic, but the first one is the Descent of the Angels, right? I think the first book is. I actually like the first book quite a bit. A lot of people are saying they don't, but I like it quite a bit. The other one, which was I think then Fallen Angels, was also alright, but I think it turned into a little bit of a shitfest later on. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
Zermor's saying he has a 5 energy version. It's like, oh well, alas, Zermor. But it's already submitted now. But for next time, yeah.
As always, pretty cool submission though, man. Pretty cool submission.
Yeah. I like the art.
Okay. Right. Okay, what happened to my? Okay, there we go. Okay, Chaos Cult. Go on.
1 energy, epic chaos tactic. Reflection, of course. Put in play cultists that cost 2 or less. If you don't control a demon, next copy of this card cost 1 more. Okay, that's interesting. Few issues, of course. There's some wording issues. It's also not cropped properly. I can see a little bit of blank space on the left there. Got a police. So it should be put in play a cultist that costs 2 or less. Oh, usually it should be. I think EG's wording is put into play technically, and then it's if you don't control a demon, next copy of this card costs 1 more. It should be with an S. But yeah, interesting card. The fact that you can spam it really cheaply, but you have to have a demon is actually very cool, promoting that sort of combo cross synergy. Yeah, and the fact that it's not dead if you don't have a demon, because, I mean, yeah, it's not going to be perfect rate, but you're getting a lot of value because you're playing these for free, essentially. I really like this, actually.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
I hate start tribal cards, usually.
This is pretty good. This is pretty good. I think this is very interesting. It's gonna actually make the cultists a lot more dangerous. The only problem what I see with this, I'll tell you. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Yeah, it's good. Never mind. I was gonna say behind the enemy lines with Defenders of Caliban, but it's...
That's a good point, Grey Dog. Yeah, does the cost go up to 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 2, 2 at it? Let's see. How's the wording of it? If you don't control demon, next copy of this card. I think it would be additive. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be additive. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That does kind of kill it quite badly then, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's still alright because realistically...
Yeah.
Realistically, even if it grows, you're still going to be able to drop 4 cultists in the late game, which is still good.
RNG, and he is right, but it's also very limited space of RNG because it can only go from 0 to 2, and there's not a whole lot of variance within that. So it's a lot better than it could. Not as bad as it could be, basically. Yeah. That's an acceptable level of RNG because a little RNG is good spice in a online card game.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, the Europan 77th, the just enoughers. Okay, 2 energy, 1/3 frontline with Solar Auxilia. Solar Auxilia with frontline. So while your opponent has more troops in play, this card has Reflection. Ooh, that's actually pretty interesting, no? So essentially, it reminds me of that thing. You remember the Markov or Smirnov's Warriors or something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it puts a copy in your hand if your opponent has 3 or more troops, units, yeah.
So this basically exists to help you survive a turn, I guess?
Yeah, the problem I see with it is it just looks like a kind of shitty Ornatov's Barge, so I think it's a bit weak. But it's a cool idea, and obviously it's Solar Auxilia synergy, so be good there.
It's quite alright, honestly. What do you think? I think it's quite alright.
I think it's weak. It could probably stand to be 1 energy, I reckon, or maybe like a 1/4. It's still a good decent going rate. I know this is why I don't like Solar Auxilia, because it throws everything off, because suddenly you have to account for like normal balance for other use, and when it's being used specifically as a tribal card. But yeah, no, it's that's not a problem with the guy who made it. Obviously, they're very clearly Solar Auxilia in the art, so they should have a keyword. It's I'm bitching at EG, not you.
Yeah, I get you. I get it.
The name fits perfectly. I like the art. It's yeah, perfectly worded. It's just solid. I think it's just weak. That's all. But it's a cool card.
Oh, Ozzy also said that Prospera Inspire Guard could make this a problem.
This is true. Yeah, that would combo. Well, no, even then, because it's a 2 energy 2/4, so it's not that impressive. But it would help.
Okay, moving on. Foul Bargain. Reflection, 2 energy. Your warlord gains a mark of chaos until your next turn. Deal 2 damage to it.
Fun. I've got a card like this I made a long time ago, actually.
This is
Not
actually
quite the
pretty
same.
interesting. So,
Yeah.
I guess your warlord cannot turn into a greater demon,
Or you
but
play it 4 times and die, which would be funny.
yeah, that could also be funny. Yeah.
Do not drink too deeply from the sippy cup of chaos.
So mark of chaos until the next turn.
One way you could fix this would be make it 3 energy. That way you literally play it 4 and kill yourself.
You know what? What I'm thinking is it too weak though?
Well, you're taking 2 damage. You are going to get +1 attack at minimum, maybe a free hit mechanic. And it will actually heal you a bit as well, because you've got to remember the Nurgle will basically heal the damage off, and Tzeentch will partially heal it off. He intended in the Discord for you to become a spawn. Okay, well, you should have included that as an extra little like purple card thing, but that's cool if that's the case. I don't know. Do I like it? 4 energy gain. So if you spent 6 energy, let's say, because assuming that the 4 would turn you into a demon and fuck you up, 6 energy, you gain 3 marks. That'll be like +3 attack probably on average. Then you can 5 hit again, 10. Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's right. It's good with Angron. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I don't know. I think it's pretty balanced, honestly.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, pretty good card. I thought it was maybe a little bit weaker, but I think it's fine.
Maybe up to 3 energy and lessen the damage to 1. That would be what I would say.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, next one's your Shad. Never forgive. And this
Someone
one
said
is from
Lucius would enjoy it, and I
Cross.
disagree because there's Lucius has far too many other better to use instead of this. But it's a cool idea. Anyway, my turn. Yeah, Dark Angels, never forgive. 3 energy. Reflection, give a friendly troop backlash. Deal damage to a random enemy equal to this troop's attack. Okay. Kind of already exists. So that's I feel like that's an Agents of the Sigilite card. I mean, it's not quite the same, but yeah.
I got a
similar.
question. If you could cast this multiple times on a troop,
Yes, you can stack it up. So there's probably a disgusting OTK in here now, I think. But yeah. I don't know, this is quite fun. This is like an interesting techie weird card I would enjoy playing.
Yeah, I mean it's actually pretty good in the Dark Angels roster.
I'm trying to think what's the most gross thing you could do with Aliseri with this. So assuming you can give anything flank, of course you can. It would need to. That's the problem though. The more you buff it, the harder it's going to be to actually get it to kill itself. So, and they don't have any fast troops.
I guess that's what balances it.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. Yeah, 3 energy for like random. It's like Mortar Strike with extra steps.
And I mean, Jam can still fuck it up. So I think
Oh yeah, well, no one plays Jam these days, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I quite like it.
Yeah, I think it's actually pretty good. Once again, a sweet spot with balance. Okay, Overclocked Converter, 2 Plasma.
Whoa,
Reflection.
Plasma cost card. Interesting.
Deal 1 damage to your warlord, gain 1 energy next turn. Oh.
No, this is bad.
Why do you think so?
Because it doesn't work once you're past 10 energy. You can't go above a 10. So it's
It's not Warforge.
Yeah, I know. It's a shame because I get what he's going for. Cool, but it doesn't work. This will be like I guess you could make like an insane aggro deck that just desperately tries to run this and just zerg your opponents down before you hit 10 energy, but yeah, I don't see it.
What if it could go over 10 energy?
If it could go over 10, it would be incredibly busted because you could do some disgusting combos with it. Still refill. Well, no, that's the thing. It doesn't. it won't refill because it says gain 1 next turn, and that will happen at the start of your turn when you're at max energy already. So it'll take you up to 10. No, it won't refill, Zermor. It doesn't refill. Yeah. No, so if it was this turn,
Wait,
yes.
actually, a little gray dog actually asked a good question. You could go over 10 with 10 with
No, you
drill
can't go
sight, right?
past 10 with drill sight. I've fucked that up multiple times.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It
Well,
is a cool
then
concept,
it's
but
a
it's
very very cool
interesting.
concept. Yeah.
Yeah. Using plasma for a cost, though, that's neat. We haven't seen that yet. But you know what? Maybe that. Well, I was going to say maybe that should be the next contest, but literally, EG just deleted psychic energy cost cards from the game, so I guess they probably don't want that to actually be a thing.
Yep.
Oh well. All right.
They fucked up when they first did it. So tactics of the Warmaster. You know, secondary resources always fucked up. I think that's one thing they're doing better with Warforge. Because it's not a resource, it just buffs you. So tactics of the Warmaster: 2 energy, reflection, choose the troop with spear tip and trigger it. Oh, okay. Shad?
All right. A few negative points for the least inventive name I've ever seen, but I love the idea and the design. The problem I see though is that it can lots of spear tip effects are targeted, so that will well, for a start, it'll prevent you from having to code it correctly because I don't believe EG can do that. So what's that one that like when it's spear tip, it deals 2 damage to target unit? Like you would have to target it with Tactics Warmaster and then target again, and I don't think EG like that. Other thing I can see is there's a very easy OTK deck in here with Malagurst, but you would have to have him stick on the board for a turn, so it's not exactly consistent.
Technically
No,
speaking,
you could do pretty good though, yeah, with that because you could play Malagurst, you could
actually do an infinite loop with Malagurst in this.
yeah, but it would only be for this tactic, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I don't think EG don't. There aren't any cards in the game that trigger off just playing a generic tactic, are there? Well, actually, no, but there's spear tip, so yeah, you would just play it with the guy who gets +1 attack, and then you'd have infinite attack on him. Yeah, okay, that's an infinite combo right there. Yeah, what's his name? Their newest warlord, 6th warlord.
Sure, done, right?
That's it, Ashahadon. Yeah, so yeah, you just play him, Ashahadon, 8 MG, infinite damage. Oops. Yeah, it's so cool idea, very cool idea, but it's a bit busted with reflection. That's the thing.
Fair enough. That's where I am as well.
Oh yeah, the Lesser Demon of Tzeentch would do the job too. But that's the thing, like, you don't need the Lesser Demon. Malagurst can do it by himself with the right warlord, so you just play that.
So the man beside you, Alpha Legion. Reflection, transform an Astartes into an unidentified legionary. Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. Is it not too weak though?
Well, the fact that it specifies Astartes, maybe, yeah.
I mean, because unidentified legionary, isn't that like the low cost card that draws you cards or something?
It's not that low, but yeah, 4 energy, 4/4. Wait, did they nerf it to a 4/3? No, it's still a 4/4, isn't it? It's got stealth and relentless. You draw a card, if I remember correctly. You know, I'll boot my legions up and have a look just to be sure, but I'm pretty certain it's still a 4/4.
Oh, yeah, Sykar is their latest warlord. For some reason, it's not Falcus Kibra, right?
Yeah, the new one.
Why aren't we getting any Falcus? I guess because Sykar was in the Siege of Terra, but seriously, why no Falcus Kibra? Why? Like,
I don't
why?
know. EG are very random with their choices sometimes, aren't they?
Oh, well.
Oh, he's got a point, actually. So we completely missed that. It's transform an Astartes, not transform an Astartes you control. So you can downgrade.
It's like a hex from Hearthstone.
Kind of. And normally I would bitch about that because, like, oh, not every faction has Astartes. But it doesn't matter here because you have Astartes. So even if you can't use it as it's a hex like you would like to, you can still buff your own troops with it. Yeah. You know what? I like it. Cool. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of like the Disciples of Caliban one, Defenders of Caliban one, better because that card sucks.
This is actually pretty good, flavorful as well.
Yeah, you know what? This is a good design. Yeah, the more you look at it,
the more you like it. The art is also really good. Okay, all right. And finally, we have the Seal of the Mechanicum. So I guess this is supposed to replace not replace, but add an extra seal to the what are they called again? Sigillites. So this is 3 energy. Your next card has reflection.
Danger again. Danger. So you combo this with Harvest Lighter or Drilling Site, that's infinite energy. I'm pretty certain you can win from that point.
Oh wait, this wasn't even supposed to be in the game, in the list. This was
really?
this was
Okay.
replaced with the salamanders thingy. Okay, so no, so we
Good
don't
choice.
count this.
Salamander's card is really cool. This is busted.
Okay, Samus is the man next to you, Shad. Okay. Okay. All right. Not a lot of submissions this contest, unfortunately, but
Reflection's weird.
yeah.
Also, there was no video, so it's my bad. By the way, guys, I never gave him the description.
That calls for a meme tournament, Shad.
No, there's no value to them.
Meme tournament. Yeah, I remember I did the meme tournament once. It was like create a meme of your content creator, and yeah, safe to say I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind it if it was like tie it to a creator of some kind in some way, flavorfully, but it still has to be like a real card. That would work, you know. What are you associated with besides like Georgia golf?
No, it was me and Mr. Midnight for some
I know that's my
reason.
point. Letting people pick whatever creator they wanted, and then that would make it a bit more varied, wouldn't it? Shad ranting meme card. Oh yeah, 10 energy. The game pauses. Your game crashes.
That was the thing. They could choose a content creator they wanted, and somebody decided that me and Mr. Midnight get to morph into that one Austrian painter. Like,
oh right,
how does that even make sense? Why do we morph into?
When you combine Georgia and Germany, you get Austria.
Oh, technically speaking, the other guy was Georgian, so.
There you go. Oh, yeah, that's true. Mustache man. Other mustache man.
Yeah, okay. Maybe that makes sense.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. So, Shad, what are you thinking? Which ones do you like best? I'll tell you a couple of mine, okay? What for uglier? I like the Victims of the Night, surprisingly, as well as Monsters in the Shadows. I'm just in general saying what I like. I honestly also like the Consul Librarian Tuskell. It's also pretty good. I think the Angel Decree Reinforcements are okay, but not up there. I also like, honestly, Never Forgive. I don't know how much, but I do. Man Beside You is brilliant. Honestly speaking, like the art is
as well.
Yeah, as well. The art is a bit of a weird one, but that's just me having a little fun. But the tempered authorization codes are kind of interesting as well. I like it as well. Maybe it incentivizes new type of play. So, yeah. Oh, and of course the cult, Chaos Cult. Yeah, as you said, that was really good.
Screamers of Tzeentch and Europan 77th were both pretty good too.
Yeah, they also have potential.
It's honestly, the quality's been quite good. The average quality at least. Yeah.
Mostly the things that had a problem were when you missed chances of infinite shenanigans and stuff.
Yeah, there are a couple of those, but that's always going to happen. No, it's a very easy to break. There was no EC reflection this tournament. No, Maraviglia technically, but that's not actually an EC card. It's just associated with them.
This is also a very interesting concept. This, as you said, this needs another round in the oven, but this is a very, very cool concept. I really like it. By the way, who's supposed to... I forgot who's the girl supposed to be. Is that the... It's not Bekwa Kinska for sure. Is that the...
Sorry?
This is not Kinska, right? On the art, apparently.
Oh, in the art. Truthfully, I don't think that's 40k art. Honestly,
like probably not. But who's it supposed to? Who's it supposed to represent? I wonder. I think either Kinska or it could be the prima donna, or like
it might just be one of the people that got possessed by a demonette. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Isn't it weird how they're still called demonettes, but now they're ugly half men, half women?
Oh, Coraline. Okay. Yeah, the singer, Shad, Coraline. Yeah. Yeah, the prima donna, basically, I believe. Okay, so Shad, what are we doing here?
It's tough. There's a lot of good options this time. I genuinely am struggling to narrow it down.
Could I suggest the man beside you for first?
Uh,
Or maybe you don't think so.
I think it's a little bit jank. I don't think the balance is quite right in some cases. It can be crushing or it can be terrible. I like it. It definitely goes in the top 3 somewhere. I just don't know if it's number 1. I think number 1 goes to Victim of Night, technically.
Yeah, honestly speaking, this is the most refined one. I don't think any of the cards are as refined as this. This is just peak. And you know, both me and Shad dislike
Yeah, I think
Night
I like
Lords, so
Tuskell. I like Consul Tuskell more, but I don't think the balance is right. So, like, technically, yeah.
like the thing,
I think Victim of Night edges it.
yeah, the thing with this is you have to also consider how much we dislike Night Lords. So
I know, yeah, I do. I fucking hate Night Lords, and yet this is a good card for them.
so you agree that it should be number one?
I think so. Yeah. It's just so interesting, and it really uses that reflection to its fullest. So, yeah.
Well, number one.
Yeah, I think so. I very much want Consul Tuskell to be in there somewhere as well. I really.
Shad, you cut
I
off.
like
Yeah.
Chaos Cult as well, though. I mean, I do like Monster Shadows. They're up there, and I like Screamers of Tzeentch as well. But again, it's like there's so much competition, and in a worse tournament, they would probably be in the top 3. But they're all really good here today.
Yeah, as for Little Grey Dog's question that it can be a board wipe as well, yeah, but technically speaking, the old terror card that Night Lords had for 3 energy was already a board wipe on its own if enemies had lower attack. And
Yeah,
it
if you had
could
to
be
combo
like 3
that with other
attacks.
things, so it's a little bit more hard to use sometimes. But yeah, no, I get it. I like it. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know if I really like the man beside you much. I get it, and it is good, but like I look at Tuskell and Chaos Cult, and I like them.
What
What do you
about?
reckon?
I mean, I like them as well. I also like the man beside you. I also like Never Forgive.
No, I don't like that one. I mean, I do, but it's not that good. It's very like binary in how it will work. Like you
and
either
and I also
yeah,
do like the ugly Zark.
with oh Tampered authorization codes. Yeah, no.
I technically speaking,
All
I
right.
think the art is on point. They
Yeah,
Tampered,
yeah,
so
yeah,
this is
yeah.
what.
It's
Okay.
too random. Is my issue with it.
Okay, so I would say Consul. I don't know.
Hmm.
You know what? Uh, I think what we need to do is we need to go into deep discussion here.
Hmm.
Now let's talk about balance and gameplay and interest wise. So, for example, Consul Tuskell, of course, is a very interesting concept. I think it's like one of the best ones. But at the same time, I'm still pushing man beside you.
It's just less interesting though. I don't think. The thing is though, Tuskell's balance is off because I really do think the +1 cost on the artifact kind of fucks it. Like you just end up with a ton of garbage cards in your hand that are not good enough anymore to actually be useful. But like yeah, the concept is super cool. And it fits so well flavorfully. And I like Chaos Cult because it's such an inventive combo of like adding cultists and demons together.
Want to make a vote?
Nope, saying please let me win for once. I don't know which card's yours,
Don't
and I
spoil
don't
it.
want to
Nope.
know because I don't want it to color my decision. But maybe we'll see.
Okay, let's decide ourselves, but let's also hear what the others have to say. So I
Sure.
do wonder. So let's do a poll.
Yeah, okay. Put the 3 of those up against each other.
Yep. So guys, number 2 and number 2 is going to be these 3. So we got the man beside you.
That's true, Greyhawk. He's kind of right there, but again, that feels weird to have such like a speed bump in the way to actually playing those things. Reflection does add the base card, yeah, I believe. I don't know. It's weird. I'd have to look into that.
Okay, let's see what they vote. Okay, votes are going crazy.
Oh man, people don't like Chaos Cult. I guess it's the RNG factor.
Consul is still winning out.
Yeah, Greyhawk. I'm not entirely sure whether I think it does add just a base copy. Yeah, I don't think it clones. So I suppose that would be true. Yes, and that would also mean Chaos Cult not get increased multiple times. So that's nice there. That's actually a buff for both of them. Yeah, it improves the design better.
Man beside you and Consul are sitting at 43-43.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Do we have any more viewers? Are there any that
Yeah, we
weighed
do.
in yet?
They're gonna keep
All right,
voting,
come on
I
then.
think. They just need to vote.
Come on. Who are we waiting for? Come on. Get off your asses. Click a button. It's all right. I'm talking to you eating the Cheetos. Chaos Cult too cheesy with Lotara. Why though? Because like she can only give the reflection her flank to 2 of them since it's a one-off like savage trigger.
Okay, Consul going to 47, but now it's still 40. What the hell is going on?
Oh, okay. Yep, got some more votes. How many? 15. So there's someone just joined. 7 people haven't voted. Give it another few minutes. No, sorry, Cross. Never forgives neat, but like it's kind of one of those very swingy feast or famine cards. So I don't know. It's like it's a very solid 4th, 5th place. It is a decent card, but I would rather see any of these 4 in the game before it first. Sorry.
I think people are not voting.
Oh god, it's back. No.
Oh no, it's back. Okay.
Stop tying it, you bastards.
Okay, I think you and I need to decide. Let's do it the old-fashioned way, Shad. Just like last
At least
time.
we know that Chaos Cult isn't taking 4th. Isn't taking 3rd. Angels is cool, but there's got too many like issues with it. I like it, but it's not that good.
Okay, let's discuss. Let's do it the old way. So let's discuss everything. So in terms of art, I think both of them are good. Neither of them are spectacular. Consul is a little bit too zoomed in. I think it's a little bit blurry. Same with the Chaos Cult, a little bit not on the high res, and it does have a little bit of a cropping issue.
No, don't worry, mate. Chaos Cult isn't in the running. That one scored fast.
It isn't. You're right.
Yeah,
so
no, it's between Tuskell and.
Well, Man Beside You definitely wins the art department. In terms of being interesting, I think Tuskell is more interesting.
Yeah, what you can do with it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you could do with it, right? In terms of balance, I'm not sure. Tuskell may be on the weaker side.
Well, that's like we said. It's still an adequate level of stat, and at the end of the day, even if you only play it once, it's it's a decent amount of. It's a card that can be okay. You can choose. You get a lot of variety of what you need for that given situation. I just wish it didn't have the extra +1 cost, and then I think it would be perfect. But yeah, it's a good card. Man Beside You. That's the thing. But this is why I don't like it. I don't like it because it's so utterly random with how much value it is, because it's dependent on what your opponent does. Like if your opponent does play a giant Deathwing Companion or whatever, like someone said in chat, that's a huge amount of value. But if they're playing Ruin Storm or whatever and they don't have Astartes, what are you going to do with it? You have to play some like cheap garbage Alpha Legion troops that don't really exist. I guess you can play like a Infiltrator Silas. Like that can
then attack it and then transform it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get 3/1, then fully heal it and transform it into a stealther. So that is a thing, but it's still not very good. That's worse than the Magron Veterans DOC one. But this is why I don't like. I get it. It's interesting, and there's a lot of interesting variation in there. But I think it's very wildly varied in what it can. Too much, in my opinion. But again, that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah. I think Consul should definitely get second, I'll be honest.
Okay. I've convinced you, have I?
Yeah, it's just... I mean, to be fair, it's just more interesting and even less situational, so I would put that in second. What about the third, though?
Well, we don't need to discuss that. That's going to be the man beside you, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it will.
Yeah, I like Chaos Cult more, but Chaos Cult lost pretty convincingly there. So, will of the people and all that.
I guess people just don't like it. Hey, Nope. So congratulations, you actually won.
Which one was Nope?
It was the man beside you.
Oh, he got third. Okay, there you go then, mate.
But
who is Nope though? Has he submitted before?
So I got. Okay. I found his in-game name. Never mind. Oh, he's the guy who made Venerable Axiom back in the day, and then again. So, and he was asking, Shad, let me win at least once.
Well, you got to remember, mate, that I've been consistently denying the Frenchman a win for about 4 months, I think. So, you'll get there in the end. Sometimes these things just happen. He won in the end, though. Orthanol finally got his due.
Oh my god. Orthanol in this one was the 5th card. The demonic ritual, so no win for Ortho this time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with those personally. Why are we listening to democracy? Well, we only really put it to democracy when it's a massive tiebreaker that we can't decide on, so it worked. Given the WE's French. No, it's fine. Orthanol's won now. Which one did he win again, teacher?
I think he won either with the Anatheme or
he got something. I'm
gonna double check. Give me a second. I'm gonna double check. I'll check his sent cards. Wait, I actually gotta see it, or I'll go crazy.
This is why I don't allow myself to know the names of the people who own the tournament, because I, of course, would not be allowed to let
he won with the Demon Host, the one with the Jiraxis.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, I like it.
Well, I mean, I think we made a decision. So basically, we got number 1 place for the Victim of the Night. So Hypnomarine takes it again.
Oh shit! Was that Hypno? God damn it!
Yeah. Second one goes to Zier again, and well, third one goes to Nope for the first time.
Nice.
I think
man.
I think we should start disqualifying those two.
Nah.
I'm joking,
of course. You can't punish people for being good at things, but they'll. What I'm hoping is they'll you two, Hypno and Zer, you're both good at making cards. Go hang out in the main Discord and help people with their submissions. That's what I'd say. Try and bring up everyone else and help them with wording and stuff.
Or maybe we should give them the honorary judge status for one special event.
That'd be quite nice, honestly. We could bring them on as judges for a contest. Yeah, that could be.
No, we'll discuss that.
Yeah. Cool
well,
idea.
Meme tournament. Okay, no.
No, fucking. We got to figure out a way to do a meme tournament that still actually has to make real cards, I reckon.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, well, guys, anyway, so thanks a lot. That was very good. I think you had a lot of very good submissions, even though it was less this time. So, yeah, thank you very much. We are going to be doing another one, as always, so we'll discuss it after the stream. And, yeah, as always, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. So you have a good night. People who are not biased, like Shadala. Oh my god. Okay, so
I'm biased against crap. How dare you?
Okay, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.
See you around.